thought we would do a little bit of what worked for us, hints, tips, what equipment we bought with us that we would 110% bring again, and stuff that maybe we didn't use. So for those of you out there planning your Fraser trip, you've got a little bit of a maybe heads up, or maybe we think of something that you didn't. If you have any questions after we've been through everything, just pop them in the comments and we will do our best to answer it, because everyone needs to at least do one trip to Fraser Island in their life. It's just
it's bloody awesome.
A magical place. Alright, starting off with the more mundane stuff, I switched all of our towels to sand-free and microfiber towels. So microfiber for our bath towels and sand-free for our beach towels. Saved a ton of packing room. They dried so much quicker, so much easier.
Take heaps more water off your heaps quicker.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend. We ran the microfiber ones we bought from
They're just the BCF hiking towels, basically.
Which were brilliant. And the sand-free one, we had a tessellate one, and then we actually had these sky gazer ones that come in this cute little pouch that's been incredibly handy this holidays. They're Australian made, Australian owned, which is really cool, so definitely recommend those. What else? We bought, I know I showed you a little bit earlier, the drums that we've been using for our bin and our washing machine. Absolutely recommend that as well. The washing machine one, all we did was fill it up with a little bit of water. We just got it from the Fresh Creeks here. Used a little bit of wool wash. We used the earth safe biodegradable one, so we weren't going to contaminate anything with any spills or anything.
And that way with wool wash you don't have to rinse it back out. No.
And that worked brilliantly. Kept all of our clothes clean, everything like that. In saying that, we definitely bought too many clothes.
Yeah, definitely. If you've got somewhere to wash stuff, a week's worth of clothes is heaps.
Probably even too much then, because I was washing every couple of days, keeping on top of everything. All we did was, fill it up, strap it to the back of the ute, and trust me, the inland tracks are more than enough to agitate the hell out of it.
They're bloody bumpy, guys. If you're gonna come to Fraser and tow something, try and avoid them as much as you can. The ones over to the west coast are pretty good, but the rest of the ones down south are fairly average.
Yeah, they're not great.
Unless you've got a fairly capable car towing a fairly small trailer, I wouldn't even try it.
No. Something else to think about is that things are going to take you a long time to get there.
Inland tracks, yeah, they take a long time. Like 12 k's might take an hour.
If you're lucky.
But once you get back out on the eastern beach, it's pretty smooth sailing and you can cover a lot of ground quickly.
In saying that, like the speed limit on the eastern beach is 80 k's an hour. We probably sit max 60.
Yeah, 60 is pretty good.
But we're towing as well, so that's...
There's plenty of washouts. From one direction, you'll see them plain as day. Can't miss them. The other direction, they're basically impossible to see.
So yeah, we wouldn't recommend sitting at 80, but everyone's different. Everyone has different comfort levels of what they're willing to do. But that would be my recommendation. Also, when you are leaving the
Dingo puppy.
yeah, there's some just little dingoes crossing our little path now.
He's only a baby, that one.
Yes.
Oh, there's two puppies.
Yeah. Fishermen were cleaning fish just there. I think they're hoping to see the burial site so they can dig up an easy meal a little bit later on. Leaving the beach, because we got off the barge, hit rock hard sand, cruised up towards Eurong.
Yeah, and we hit the exit at Eurong and it was just a bad time. It's like, touch wood, it's the only place on Fraser we got bogged.
It was the one and only, but we were not the only ones. We've seen so many cars bogged at Eurong, and just generally exiting the beach is going to be soft as hell, so be aware.
It's just chewed up, lots of traffic taking those exits, and you just got to watch them.
Yep. Also,
they're not terrible. Like Eurong was definitely the worst, and it got redone by an excavator and flattened out, and it was pretty good after that. But yeah, just be careful. Yeah. Keep your momentum up.
Don't forget that all of your, well, not all of your inland tracks, but a good portion of them are one way. So you're going to be coming across traffic. Do your best to...
Two-way.
Two-way, sorry, yes.
Some of them are one way, they're all signposted, but most of them hold both directions of traffic.
Yeah.
And some of them are quite tight. Warreley Road, so east to west, it's pretty good. It's like very wide.
There's
a lot of
only
it has like both way sections. There's only a couple of little sections near Lake Alum that's not great. It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
And a lot of trailers get totaling that road, so it's not uncommon to come head to head with someone with another trailer.
Yes.
But there's a fair few areas you can get off. You just got to.
A little bit of common sense and a little bit of courtesy goes a hell of a long way.
It's quite rainforesty, so if you bung your lights on and other people got their lights on, you can generally see them from a lot further away.
Yeah. So yeah, not anything we had a drama with. We found people were generally really great at getting out of our way when we were towing, and of course we got out of other people's way when they were towing. Like I said, just a little bit of common courtesy goes a long way.
Yeah, a few idiots on the eastern beach going too quick, but you get that.
But yeah, overall, people have been amazing to deal with, so hopefully on your trip they will be as well. Campsites. We stayed at 3 campsites this holidays. We stayed 3 nights Central Station, then we were over at the west coast at Warreley Creek, and then we were in Zone 8. What do they call it?
Marloo Bay. Marloo campsite was the one we stayed in. There's 3 different campsites in the one zone, so you just book the zone and you can camp at any of the 3.
Yeah.
You got Marloo, Ocean Lake, and can't remember the other one. Starts with D.
We didn't really have any issues with any of the campsites we stayed at. Central Station was our least favourite.
I'd probably
It's great.
It's great for seeing what you want to see down there. I'd probably only do 2 nights there.
Yeah, I don't know.
3 was too many.
It was like Central, so you could do, you know, the Mahino, Lake Kenzie, Eli Creek, everything with a relatively short time span between everything. But yeah, it wasn't great. And I've seen worse toilets, but yeah, they're pretty average. Oh, don't forget your $2 coins. If you're going to stay at a campsite with showers, you're going to need plenty of $2 coins. It's $2 for 3 minutes of hot water. Cold water's unlimited. So if you come up in, you know, January and you're just doing cold showers, you don't need to worry. If you want some hot water, don't forget your $2 coins.
Yeah, a nice hot shower is very handy after a day or 2 of salt, sand and sweat.
Yeah, of course, then you step straight back into the sand anyway.
Yeah, but if you stay in like Zone 8, Wadey Point showers is super close. You can drive back to them.
We did go back and shower at Wadey Point.
It's like
they were
10
actually
minutes.
really clean.
Yeah, they were.
If we were going to come back and we were going to stay in a fenced compound, Wadey Point is probably the one I would pick. It was really nice. It was a bit more like, it wasn't overly large, and the amenities were really clean. So
To be fair, didn't really see any amenities that weren't clean. Just Central Station had a real bad smell.
yes,
But the toilets and showers and that, they were clean. It just had a smell.
it was a terrible smell.
Yeah.
Warreley Creek was by far our favourite campsite. We loved it. West Coast in general
It's
was our
amazing.
favourite.
But it is quite remote, so you got to be self-sufficient. You got to have your own toilet.
Yeah. Toilet, shower, bin,
Shower, bins.
all of that. You have to
Don't
have
need
your own
water. There's tons of water on the west coast. There's tons of water everywhere on Fraser.
bin. There is. So really drinking water is the only thing you need to be sure that you have plenty of. And then if
Yeah.
you're using life straws or things like that, it probably doesn't matter anyway.
There's plenty of the creeks. If you had to have life straws and stuff, you'd be fine.
Yeah. Dingoes, we did not have a single problem with dingoes.
They're everywhere. We've seen over 20,
Yeah.
but not one single one of them was aggressive.
No, we had, 2 of them trot through, literally nearly trot under our awning. They really didn't give a damn about us.
No, they have a look at you, they sniff, and they just move on.
Yeah. I did see we were camped next to some kids, and the younger dingoes do pay more attention to kids, not because I think they're hunting them out or anything like that, but kids are naturally, jumping around, and they've got the
Making
high-pitched
lots more
voices,
noise,
and
yeah. It spikes the curiosity.
yeah, so they do tend to hang around more. If I had kids, I would stay in a fence compound.
In saying that, as long as you're prepared to keep an eye on your kids and keep them close, I definitely would still do the west coast.
Yeah. People do,
with
like we've
kids.
seen plenty of kids over there.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, we're lucky enough we don't have kids, so it's not a concern for us.
Just be smart about it, like.
Yeah, I think that about covers it.
I'll just touch on tyre pressure. We ran straight off the barge. We ran 20 psi. didn't have a drama till we got to Eurong.
Yeah.
In saying that, I think I probably hit it a little bit slower than I should have, and that didn't help. Probably would have got away with 20 the entire time, but we dropped to 15 after that. We've ran 15 the entire time, and as long as you're not being an idiot and driving too quick or doing donuts or something silly, you're probably not going to pop the tyre off of me.
Especially when we were towing, we ran the lower tyre pressure we didn't want to make the car work any harder than it needed to. Callie the Colorado is a faithful car. We don't want to make her life any more difficult than it needs to be.
Well, we always run around 15 on Stockton and stuff anyway, so we're pretty comfortable running low tyre pressures. But yeah, if you're from somewhere where you're used to running higher, just be careful if you do go that low.
Yeah.
Because there's no tyres on Fraser Island.
No, that's for certain. Oh, that's another thing to cover. So you have shops at Eurong, Kingfisher, Orchid Beach, Happy Valley, I think Cathedrals?
Cathedrals, Dunbarra.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
I think their shops at Dunbarra.
They
There's
cover all your
definitely
basics.
camping
There's all your fuel, your ice, your bread, your milk, your margarine.
You can get a fair bit of fresh produce over here too. Like there's fruit. There was fruit at Kingfisher, fruit at Eurong.
Yeah.
There's a bakery at Eurong. You get pies, fresh bread.
Yeah.
Most of the other places, the bread will be frozen, but we bought a loaf of frozen bread. It was still, as soon as I thought it was awesome, it was fresh as.
I actually liked the frozen bread we got from Orchid Beach better than the fresh from the bakery loaf we got at Eurong.
And it's just frozen, fresh from the little bakery at Rainbow Beach.
Yeah.
We're going to try that when we get to Rainbow Beach, I think.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It was a really nice loaf of bread. But yeah, so you can certainly get most things that you need over here. Those shops have, you know, all your sunblock, your bug spray, floats, of course, all of your souvenirs as well. I got some souvenirs, I can't help myself.
Eurong even had like fresh meat and stuff. It was all cryovac.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's literally no, if you forget something, I wouldn't be too stressed. Like, get everything here.
Especially if you're staying East Coast, when you're really close to all of those shops. It's a little bit more difficult if you've come on and forgot something and headed straight to the West Coast. You're going to have a bit of a punch back to the East Coast into some shops, but still not the end of the world.
There's also a couple of pubs on the island, if that's your thing. There's one at Orchid Beach. It doesn't really do food. They do like chips and stuff, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the one at Cathedrals.
Possibly.
It does like actual proper pub food.
Yeah. I've heard the pub at Happy Valley does good cocktails, but we didn't go and experience that ourselves, so that's
that might have been what I was thinking of.
But yeah, so plenty to check out. If we've left something out, if you're curious about something, if you want us to expand on something else, send us a message, comment. We're happy to help out because, like I said, everyone needs to come and experience Fraser Island. It's just amazing.
Yep, and if you've got any tips and tricks, let us know.
Yeah, we're definitely planning on coming back. There's a few things we didn't see this time. We didn't get to Sandy Cape or Valley of the Giants. Somewhat maybe deliberately, so we have an excuse to come back. But
Sandy Cape was a tide thing, and I was a bit scared on our own.
And Valley of the Giants was just it's a bit of a bugger to get to.
It's not really central to anything.
No.
It's a long way from everywhere.
But yeah, so we will be back. So if you think we did something wrong, if you think that we could have done something easier, better.
If you have a suggestion of where to stay to do Valley of the Giants, we'd like to know that.
Yeah. So we would love to hear from you. And yeah, that's about all of our knowledge we can impart. Everything we learned.